Today we're going to dive into Imagine Math 3 Plus and do the problem solving. We're going to see it from the student perspective. It's a 5-step plan that really tears apart real world problems. When the student first gets in to the problem solving steps, it shows them on the top the 5 steps that they are going to go through. Can you tell me what's happening on the first slide when you go into the problem solving?
Yeah, so the first slide is to analyze the word problem. So in this case, the word problem's right here, and then they ask you what you need to find. And you just click on the sentence and it highlights it, so it's pretty simple.
So one of the main things that students have trouble with is, what is this problem asking of me? On this page, you're still in Analyze. In here, it looks like we have a table, and they're using numbers from the word problem, and they're pulling the units as well. So the description part describes the numbers from the word problem. How do you get these description parts right here? Is it a drop down? Where do you find these?
So before you get them all right, at the very beginning of the problem, you can scroll down and there are the different options, and all you have to do is click on one and then push check. And then for the unit section, you just type it in.
In the last section, we had a table with all the information related to the word problem. What do we have on this slide?
It's just a diagram.
So you're going to choose a specific diagram to match what they're asking. The next section that the students go into is the planning session. What did you do here? What were they asking?
They were asking, why should I write an equation rather than guess and check to solve the problem?
So it's laying down the foundation for the actual plan of how to solve it. What are you doing on this section?
So I'm looking at the diagram and then translating it into a definition or words.
When you're in the section that has the equation, you can actually get some support during this time. So what happens on the first help slide?
So it's just like a little hint.
And then if you go to the second one, what happens?
They add on a little more to the hint.
And the third one?
And then it's just a little more.
And what's the Imagine Math teacher?
It's an actual person that gives you more help if you're truly stuck.
In this section, you're creating the equation. What do you do with the buttons down at the bottom?
All you have to do is tap them.
So you tap them to put them in certain sections for the equation. On this section, you're actually entering the solution to the equation into the table to complete the table. In this section, what are you doing?
All you have to do is select the best explanation for the table, which in this case is 12.10.
So what's happening on this justification page?
On this slide, all you have to do is justify your answer by choosing one of the pairs of numbers and putting them, or just tapping on them to make the statement true.
And what are you doing in this section?
All you have to do is choose the equation that does not represent the problem or the equation that you did.
This is a section where you really, really need to know how you solved that problem in order to answer the question. When a student is going through Imagine Math in the problem solving section, there is some suggestions for the teacher to make them do a reflection of the problem. And Imagine Math in the teaching resources has different templates for problem solving reflections, and it actually has some of the sentence starters or sentence stems to help the student go through each step in explaining how they solved the problem.